Up with KREM begins now.
Good morning. Welcome to Up with KREM. It is 6 a.m. now. I'm Nicole Hernandez. Happy Friday. We are definitely looking forward to our weekend, and it's actually the last weekend of the Spokane County Interstate Fair. That is where both Thomas Patrick and Tim Pham are live this morning. So Thomas, obviously you'll get us a little weather forecast this morning, but first we gotta ask Tim, where are you guys right now?
We're getting a sneak peek of all the food, Nicole. Oh my gosh. It actually kind of smells like food, but not in a good way because they're still cleaning up the trash from last night.
I was going to say, there might be some leftovers here, but if I'm going to eat fair food,
you can still smell all the grease.
It fresh, straight out of the deep fryer, right?
Exactly. I was going to say, it's got to be deep fried. Otherwise, is it really fair food?
Yeah, and honestly, to have another sneak peek of the second weekend of the fair, between the two of us, like, we're kind of we're trying to rush as quickly as possible,
right?
But it still takes you a while to get around the fairgrounds. So,
I know, we're getting our workout in.
Yeah,
we're getting ready to eat those funnel cakes.
One thing at a time is how we're going to take it through the course of this morning. As for the weather, we know that the grounds are actually quite damp from a storm that went overhead at around 2 a.m.
Man.
Since then, it's actually looking mostly clear. It looks like we're going to be treated to a beautiful sunrise in just a couple minutes here, and another great day for the fair goers. It's been great ever since the air quality improved.
It really has,
from
thank goodness.
Last weekend, so we're in for another beautiful day. 80 degrees, the high temperature for this afternoon. Should just be under sunny skies all day long. So if you did get hit by that blip of a thunderstorm, it's long gone. It's in the rearview mirror at this point. It is going to be all dry from here on out. The latest on Doppler radar showing that those showers and storms are fading over southeastern Washington as we speak. So once those skies really do clear out, even for that region, we are good to go for the rest of this Friday and all the way through this weekend.
Okay, so much more still ahead here from the Spokane County Interstate Fair. We're going to go check out some llamas up next.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this, Thomas.
That's why we're halfway in between kind of the expo building.
We had to start making some moves because it's a big fairgrounds.
It really is.
All right, Nicole, we'll send it back to you.
Man, I'm excited for llamas too. All right, we're taking a live look at traffic now. This is I-90 and Pines. 6:03 this morning, and there's not many cars on the road quite yet. It's a good Friday morning. Things are looking smooth here at I-90 and Pines, and really across all of our major highways and freeways this morning. We're not seeing any major traffic or backups. Well, yesterday, the casket of conservative activist Charlie Kirk was escorted home to Arizona on board Air Force Two. Last night here in Coeur d'Alene, the community held a candlelight vigil. Hundreds of people were there saying they were heartbroken and angry about what happened.
I think everybody needs to come together and know that this was a tragedy. And I'm looking forward to whoever committed this assassination to be caught and justice will be served.
Oh, we have new video this morning from the FBI. Take a look at this. You can see somebody running across the roof of a building and then jumping down before disappearing into nearby woods. That is where investigators say they found a high-powered bolt-action rifle. Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown ordered all flags to half staff following Governor Bob Ferguson's directive. The flags are in memory of political violence, including Charlie Kirk. Also, Minnesota House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband, who were assassinated in June. Flags will be lowered until sunset on Sunday. And we are learning more about the school shooting in Colorado. We now know the shooter was 16-year-old Desmond Hawley, a student at Evergreen High School. He started shooting with a revolver, injuring two other students before killing himself.
He would fire and reload, fire and reload, fire and reload. This went on and on. And as he did that, he tried to find new targets. And he came up against a roadblock on many of those doors. He couldn't get to those kids.
Law enforcement praised school staff for acting quickly to lock down classrooms. As for a motive, authorities say Hawley was, quote, radicalized by an extremist network. The Post Falls Police Department is getting a new canine trained to sniff out specifically electronics. The department said the canine will be trained to find things like memory cards and hard drives that may be used for storing illegal material. They say the canine will help protect kids. The money for this new program is coming from federal funding. Let's get updates on the wildfires burning across the inland Northwest this morning. Crews are getting more containment around the Crown Creek fire in Stevens County, just south of Northport. That's the fire that combined with the Black Hawk Mountain fire. Crews now have it 25% contained. It has burned more than 14,000 acres, and as crews continue working, they still have level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations in place near Northport. Meanwhile, northeast of Spokane, crews are still working the rattlesnake fire. They were able to make some progress on containment. The fire has burned over 21,000 acres and is now 65% contained. Right now, level 1, 2, and 3 evacuations are still in place. Like we mentioned yesterday, the evacuation center at the Inchelium Community Center is still open. And another fire burning in Idaho is the Island Creek fire about 3 hours south of Moscow. Crews have this fire 5% contained now. It has burned over 14,000 acres. The good news is fire crews say that some storms that have rolled through have really helped clear out some smoke and haze in the area. Well, the state fined a farmer in Spokane County $100,000 for repeated illegal water use. The Washington Department of Ecology says the farmer out near Deer Park was watering 69 acres at Wild Rose Prairie. The DOE had been warning them to stop watering, but they say the unauthorized irrigation continued for 20 days. The DOE says the water was pumped from the spring tributary Dragoon Lake. Well, the Hilliard man who police found with enough fentanyl powder to kill everyone in Spokane County almost 4 times over had his sentencing. The judge sentenced him, Timothy Maddox, to 20 years in prison. The U.S. Attorney's Office says police recovered enough drugs to make 2 million fentanyl pills. Also, they found evidence of a commercial pill press operation. They say he had helped run the operation out of his accomplice's Hilliard home. Police say the men ordered the pill press through the mail from China. And a Montana man is now facing felony tracking charges after law enforcement seized more than 80 grams of methamphetamine. Idaho State Police pulled over 32-year-old Brandon Taplin Jones for his vehicle having no license plate. In the car, ISP found about 43 grams of meth on the floorboards and another 39 hidden inside a drink cup. Well, we just have a few days left of the Spokane County Interstate Fair. The Spokane Valley Fire Department says close to 200 calls have come in for emergencies just at the fairgrounds alone. KREM 2's Christian Garza spoke with the fire department about what they're doing to make sure everybody is as safe as possible.
With fair season ending here in Spokane County this weekend, safety is still a top priority for Spokane Valley Fire Department as families continue to come and enjoy the area. I'm actually joined by Brandon Poses. He's a firefighter and paramedic with the Valley Fire Department. How are you doing, Brandon?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for asking. So the question that I have for you guys is, I know that this emergency response team physically here at the fairgrounds is something relatively new for you guys to have and to provide for the community. So the big question is, why now? Why exactly have this sort of emergency response team available for people?
Just as allowing us to provide a little bit better service to the public. Typically we sent on-duty crews down here, and so you would get a little mix of people. It's harder to find the coverage. It worked out better for us to have designated crews, people that can sign up, come work, and just provide constant EMS here at the fair.
And I know that this is your second year that you guys have had a physical team here on the fairgrounds. I guess my question for this season specifically is, how many calls have you guys responded to here, and what types of calls have they been?
So far we're getting close to 200 for this year. It can be any range of medical problems or just checking people out. People start feeling a little weak, we check their vital signs, make sure everything is okay. So far we transported, I believe, 10 people. So had serious enough issues that we actually had to call an ambulance and actually transport them to the hospital.
Coming up here in the next half hour, we're actually going to learn a little bit more about these ATVs and how quickly they respond to emergencies here at the fairgrounds. But for now, we'll send it back to you in the studio.